What's up, everybody? My name's Joseph. I just want to give a preface that I am a brand new newbie when it comes to landing pages, Google Ads, and everything like this, but was diving deep into this stuff yesterday and was building some interesting things with Claude and with Codex, and so I thought it'd be interesting to share. I want to just quickly show you this is the landing page that we currently have, right? And so for how we built this, it was really just saying, all right, Codex, I want you to build a landing page specifically around visibility, right? And having people that are coming to our ads based off of people looking for AI visibility, right? And so this actually is pretty good headline, right? Just for context, for everything that I'm talking about, I was reading a couple different HubSpot articles about landing pages. I was diving into research about best practices with the different things. I was going into YouTube as well, watching some videos. Shout out to Arsh Sanwarwali. I hope I did not just butcher that name, but I probably just did. But some very helpful information from there. And so I was thinking, all right, well, let's start using and compacting all the information that's out there and giving that to Claude or Codex or anything, so that way we can start really building this. And so as you can see, you have the hero image, you have the two CTAs. It's a pretty decent headline, right? It's pretty emotional, right? Some validation. And then it goes straight into the form that somebody would fill out when they are coming to the site, right? It's really text heavy, some more, customer proof, which is solid, right? But it's not very emotional. It's very dry, right? And the thing is that we've noticed is we've built out lots of different pages so far for lots of different customers, and every single time, without giving it solid direction for either Codex or Claude, um, it is pretty okay. It's pretty decent, but you can tell it's still AI slop. All right, and that's just the truth of the matter. So it's not terrible, but as you can see, there's a lot that could be improved with it. And so this is the new version. So right here at the top, well, just super small changes, right, that are pretty subtle, but keep it, a little bit more compact and easy to read and all that jazz. And even now, as I'm reading this right now, I can see there are some things I want to change, right? Some things that we've noticed with with Claude or Codex, unless you tell it directly, sometimes it writes things in lists. So you'll see like market or markets, comma, then blah blah blah, profiles, local content, websites, right? So it shows everything as a list. And so that's something I'm actually going to change to simplify the language, right? Because Alex Ramosi talks about simplifying the language to a third grade reader level, and so I'm still trying to work on that. It's obviously not perfect, as you can see, but simplifying the language, something that we're going to do next here. And one CTA on the landing page, which is see where you're skipped. So instead, you saw that form that popped up. Instead, I have it click or show up once somebody, um, you know, clicks on that. And then, the hero image, all that jazz. And then super quick, heavy hitters of like what it is that we're trying to do on this page, right? And then one thing that HubSpot and the YouTube channel were talking about a lot actually was that humans are not, they're not logical. We do buy emotionally. And so what we wanted to do is see if we can find ways to bring images more to the page to show what it is that we're trying to do, right? So this is actually one of our customers, Hello Sugar, and so this is one of their pictures, right? And then you can still read through the other, right? And so these are our target customers, and we're showing visualizations of like who it is, HVAC. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is for me, right? We want to speak to them directly, and then a super quick heavy hitter of like what it is, how we like stand up to and compare to the other options out there, right? And just basically that we would be the best option to go for them specifically. And then some super other chill animations, right? Like a step by step, right, of what it is we do, easy to visualize. And then this is something I also just noticed too, right before starting the recording, is we have two CTAs right here, which I'm like, that's dumb. So I'm just going to cut this out right here and then just keep this part right here. So that way the CTA stays the same across all the different screen types, right? Like right here. Um, And then as you go down, more of it images, right? Some animation. So it took the exact same customer proof, right, that we had here and turned it into a visualization. So, okay, like this on the US map. Okay, so we got them 7,000 reviews over a couple months. Okay, 12 markets. So this is multi-location brand. Okay, 1,000 reviews in I think it's like 3 or 4 months, right? Like showing them that we can bring them proof, but on like a map or something to help visualize that, right? And then a super easy section of like who it is that we're best targeting, okay? And then some FAQs. I was reading on HubSpot actually that apparently FAQs are really important, especially for, if you have a company that might be confusing to a lot of people. If you can show them or answer the questions they might have about your specific niche. For example, if you're on a financing website, right, you want to have an FAQ, right? And just help people understand what it is that they might do. This is one of the companies, it used to be TransferWise, that we took a lot of like design inspiration from. And this is one of the tidbits that I was realizing, even on HubSpot, all of the different things that they're going through, right, on their tools, they talk specifically about companies that are really good at specific things, right? And I was realizing, I'm like, oh, okay, like if these guys are doing really well, they've done millions of dollars in marketing spend on cost per click, or sorry, yeah, Google Ads, right? And so you can even see here as I'm scrolling that there are a lot of things that line up similar to how we built them on our website, right? And I like that. And I realized, oh, these guys also use great components for different things. It's like, okay, brain fart, that's not the word. Light bulb, the exact opposite of what I just said. Light bulb, why don't we just get a bunch of companies that have spent millions, if not billions of dollars in ad spend on testing landing pages, headlines, hero sections, making sure that you feel safe, right? And why not just bring that together in something that I can just go into? And this is exactly what I did. I literally showed, okay, hey, this is what it is. This is what I want it to be, right? And you can even see that exact same thing with how we structured the website, right? Is like, oh, okay, boom. I just gave Codex this design inspiration, right? Same thing with here. I said, oh, I want to have a little chart. Can you make that for us in our brand? Okay, boom. Now we have a chart, right? And so what it was interesting to see is like, okay, well, how can we then do this across a bunch of other different um, pages, or find that websites that are doing this really well? And so I was like, all right, why not just create a UI library similar to 21st Dev, except 21st Dev costs, I mean, they charge you for just getting UI inspiration. I'm like, why is that something I have to pay for? So I'm just going to build it myself, especially when we have the UI tools, or sorry, the AI tools to help me do that, right? So I just told it, I was like, hey, like, can you build this? How would you do it? It gives me a structure of the phases, right? And then I said, all right, I asked Perplexity, I was like, what companies that really do lots of paid landers, and I don't want the home pages, I want the landing pages of these different companies, right? And I gave it these companies, and then it built it out for me. And spoiler, I'm still running a few tasks right now, um, because I wanted to build it out just a little bit more. But what it did is it built out for me all of the so you can see there's 389 different screenshots. It just took a bunch of different screenshots, right? So like, okay, if I want to build out some information, or sorry, a new landing page for this, I want to scroll through the hero sections of a few different companies, right? Or I want the logo bar, or I want the testimonials. How do people structure testimonials, right? Like, okay, like I like this, or I like this setup, right? I'm just going to copy the image, and then I'm going to go into Codex, and then I'm going to be like, and as you can see, I just did this literally with all the different images, right? And I'm going to paste that image into there and be like, I want to structure our CTAs at the bottom in this fashion, similar to the screenshot. Use our design system and customer proof to do this at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, so basically, as you can see, there's just like a bunch of different, Twitter, like tweets from X or something. This is obviously a little bit older about like them quoting Better Stack, right? And to be quite honest, we don't have that for Cheers, but it's probably just going to make something up. And so we'll see. It's going to take a little bit for that to run. And then, so hopefully, that should do that at the bottom of the screen. I don't know where it is. I don't know how well it's gonna do, but that's basically what I've been doing this entire time, and it's done pretty well. And so you can see here, right? So all of these different things, like these are actually pretty decent. Um, I kind of like I like this one, very personal, right? It shows the different companies, right? I don't have any video testimonials, unfortunately, from any of our customers, which I think we're going to want to start doing. And if you guys want to start doing that as well, I feel like that's solid. And then just tell Codex, like, embed the video with the thumbnail of that person smiling or something, and then their company and all that jazz, right? That should be super easy, but just like have it embedded, the embedded testimonial video there. I like that a lot, actually. It's very personable. Um, and or it's just like, oh yeah, like these glassy cards over the picture. That's super smart, right? So I just thought like, okay, well, we should have something that's free where I can just use these from the best practices, right? And like, oh, I like this how it works section. This is kind of cool. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But basically just like compile the information and then use the design inspiration. I'm currently running a task right now. I think it's still running. 530. Whoa, did you see that? I swear I just saw like 530,000 tokens or something. Okay, so I basically told it, I was like, this is the first version. I was like, I want to make this a little bit more extensive of a library. How can I do this? Um, and so it's building that out right now. So if you guys want, let me know, and I can just like deploy this, UI library to Vercel or something, and then you guys can just get access to it. I mean, I don't know why you should be paying for this. This is just like, I mean, you can, if you guys really want, you can literally just build this out for yourself. Like, it's super, super helpful. It's been helpful for me because I'm not a design guy. I really am not. And so reading through this and just taking like, oh, this looks good. Yeah, let's do that. And one last little snippet that was super helpful for me is this post specifically talks about this structure for landing pages. This is Patrick James Cumming, and so it talks about a AIDCA, right? Attention, interest, desire, conviction, action, CTA, right? So this is the exact structure that I gave Fable and Codex, and I was like, do this for me, right? And then always allow. Boop. Okay, yeah. And so this is the type of thing that like I was doing, and it's been super helpful. Hopefully, I just realized that I opened up. There we go. Hopefully, it's been helpful for you guys as well. I can share all this stuff for you guys. Just let me know in the comments if this is something that would be helpful or that you'd want. Anyways, my name's Joseph. Like I said, take everything I said for a grain of salt because I am not an expert, but like this is what's been helping me. It's been super, super beneficial because I'm not a design guy. I'm not really good with this, anyways. And I'm right now, as you can see, I am telling it how to help me structure Google Ads. So I was like, I want you to build me an entire course because I'm new to this. And so I was like, build me from ground up, like create everything in an MD file, look through everything that's like open source, or like research everything that's already been like produced. How is it that always allow, always bash, 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 bash. Wow, boom. Yeah, okay, it's been going for 44 minutes. Anyways, so this is helpful for me. I don't know if it's going to be helpful for you guys, but let me know in the comments if it is. Anyways, enjoy your rest of your day, guys.